Good morning, students. Now, the last concept is Balkans revolt under the lesson nationalism in Europe. Let us discuss that. Before discussing about Balkans revolt, one more concept is there, that is nationalism and imperialism. Let us study what is the meaning of nationalism and imperialism. Nationalism. It is an ideology that gives a nation a sense of unity by imposing on them the same set of identities, for instance, linguistic, historical, cultural, etc. So, you are all aware about the term nationalism. Imperialism. Imperialism is the policy of extending political and economic control over a weak country by a powerful country. What is imperialism? It is the policy of extending political and economic control over a weak country by a powerful one. It means under imperialism you are dominating someone. Okay. Now, the policy of extending the rule or authority of an empire or a nation over foreign countries or acquiring and holding colonies and dependencies is imperialism. It means same thing what I told you. It is nothing but you are extending your rule, you are extending your authority of your empire or a nation over the foreign countries. You are acquiring new territories, you are holding the colonies and dependencies. This is imperialism. Imperialism, one more meaning is my country is supreme and we can dominate over others. Sometimes extreme nationalism also leads to imperialism. In order to understand about imperialism, we need to know about Balkans revolt. So let us see who were these Balkans. Balkans, also known as Balkan Peninsula, is a geographical area in southeast Europe. Balkan region takes its name from the Balkan Mountains. Balkans include the countries like Albania, Greece, Romania, Serbia, etc. Balkan is a large peninsula sandwiched between four seas: Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea, Adriatic Sea, and Aegean Sea. Okay. Ottoman Empire was dominating over Balkans. It had occupied lot of provinces of Balkans. So who had dominated over these Balkans? Ottoman Empire was dominating over Balkans. Delhi, they were extending their territories. They were occupying their territories. Whose territory they were occupying? Balkans territories were occupied by Ottoman Turks. So Balkans wanted to defeat these Ottoman Turks. So what they decided? They decided to fight against these Ottoman Turks. So Balkans were successful in it. They did it. It means they defeated these Ottoman Turks, and after the fight started among Balkans. After the fight, what started among Balkans is Balkans started quarreling among themselves for the division of the territories. It means Balkans who were earlier united and they defeated Ottoman Turks. Now the same Balkans are fighting among themselves. It's because of jealousy. One Balkan is against another. So they among themselves only decided to declare independence. What they decided? Balkans, the small territories, the small regions, they wanted to declare independence. They wanted to occupy each other's territories. So the Slavs declared independence. These Slavs were a group of people in Balkan area. So first these Slavs, they declared independence. So Balkan became a platform of conflict. One wanted to become supreme over the others. Due to this, slowly Germany, Austria, etc. started interfering among Balkans, and this led to First World War. This Balkan revolt led to First World War. The most serious source of nationalist tension in Europe after 1871 was the area called Balkans. So what was this, students? It happened in the year 1871. This Balkan revolt started in the year 1871. Okay, the step was earlier correct because they wanted to defeat Ottoman Empire. That was the good step which was taken by the Balkans. But after the defeat of the Ottoman Empire, they would have led a very good life. They would have united but instead of that, they started fighting among themselves. The Balkan people based their claims for independence or political rights on nationality and used history to prove that they had once been independent but had subsequently been subjugated by foreign powers. Hence, the rebellious nationalities in the Balkans thought of their struggle as attempts to win back their long lost independence. See, as the different Slavic nationalities struggled to define their identity and independence, the Balkan area became an area of intense conflict. The Balkan states were jealous of each other and each hoped to gain more territory at the expense of others. Matters were further complicated because Balkans also became the scene of big power rivalry. During this period, there was an intense rivalry among the European powers over trade and colonies as well as the naval and military might. These rivalries were evident in the way the Balkans problem unfolded. So each power, Russia, Germany, England, was keen on countering the hold of others' power over the Balkans and extended its own control over the areas. This led to the series of war in the in the region and finally the First World War. So nationalism aligned with imperialism led Europe to disaster in 1914. You know that First World War took place in the year 1914 and ended in 1918. So this is all because when the person becomes greedy, when the person wants to occupy the territory, only when this becomes their intention, then nobody can do anything for their nation. So sometimes imperialism is dangerous, which will lead only to disaster. So these were the things which happened in entire Europe. This is the last concept, that is nationalism and imperialism. Okay, thank you students.